jumping on one last time to invite people to our information call tomorrow morning. I'm trying two different platforms. I've got Instagram over here. I've got all the other stuff over here. Those of you that know me know that I am not Mr. Tech, but I wanted to get on to invite everybody, give them the last opportunity to sign up to get into the information call so that they can learn. You can learn about our free mentorship. The next round is going live in November. We're going to have limited spots, but we wanted to invite you. So tomorrow we have two different calls set up to give you the information on what's required. What are we going to learn? What are we going to go over? When is it going to happen? What are the requirements? All of those fun things. But I can tell you this, we're also going to bring on some students to talk about deals that they've done. You know, we've got students that are making tens of thousands of dollars as a side hustle, as a side hobby, learning how to build their portfolio, build their wealth, and ultimately change the trajectory of their lives. And so I'm really excited tomorrow. If you haven't signed up, I'm inviting you guys to go into, the link is in the comments or in the description. It's also in my bio if you're watching on Instagram. But we're going to cover a lot of really cool stuff in the real estate space. And specifically, we're going to be looking at teaching people how to do zero and no money down deals. And it's not hype. It's not, it's not a bait and switch. It's a completely free mentorship where you get hands-on, dedicated training where you can learn the business of real estate and how to really ultimately build your portfolio. We'll cover things like wholesaling. We'll cover things like fix and flips. We'll cover things like the BRRRR method and creative finance and subject to all of these different things. But we're inviting you guys tomorrow to jump into the information call. You'll learn kind of what's required. You'll learn when it's happening, how it's happening, the different things that are involved. And then ultimately you will get the information on how you can apply to be a part of our next round. So we currently have about 25 students in the program. And the next round, we're going to open it up to about 20 more. And it's going to be a 4-week dedicated training with the option to continue on for absolutely free to continue on with our existing students, because we really believe that the community is more powerful than the coach. And so ultimately, yes, we want to give you the coaching. We want to give you the training. We want to give you the teaching. But then we want to put you with a bunch of people who are in the trenches, learning and growing their business, learning and driving their business forward, learning how to close deals, source deals, fund deals, and ultimately change their financial lives. So we'll tell a few stories. We'll bring on a couple of our existing students, some of which are making, tens of thousands of dollars already. I mean, I think we're 2 or 3 months into our first round of the program. And we're really excited to help teach people how to find deals. I see my coach, one of my real estate coaches, Ron Woods, is on, just joined on with us. It is powerful to get connected with people who have been places that you want to go. And so ultimately, we're just excited to help teach and train. And like I said, there's no gimmick here. We don't charge for this. We literally create, it's 10 hours a week of live training that we provide our students completely free. Why? Because we want to help people learn the game. We want to help people find the deals. And then we ultimately, of course, want to be able to access more and more of those deals for the ability to grow our own portfolio and to help you grow yours. And so I just want to encourage you, if you haven't already signed up, there's an Eventbrite link. It's in my bio. It's in the comments. It's in all of these spaces. I want to invite you tomorrow. We're having an information call. We're having a 9 a.m. Pacific time and a 6 p.m. Pacific time call, where ultimately we are going to tell you all of the details. We're going to cover all of the things that you will learn. We'll cover all of the requirements, all of the things that you need to know to decide whether or not you'd be interested in joining us on this next wave of our adventure with the Dead Presidents Club. So I want to encourage you guys, jump in. We got 2 calls tomorrow, 2 informational meetings. You do have to register, and that is where we're going to provide the information, not only for the program, but also the information where you can learn how to apply. So if you want to apply, and the last time we opened this up, we got over 100 applications. We drilled that down to about 25 students that we've taken for the last several months. And we're taking them through the process of, what is a deal, right? Like, how do we even find a deal? We take them through the process of, okay, now I found a deal. Like, I think, how do I analyze that deal? What do I do with this? How do I know if it's even a deal? Then we take them through, like, great. Now, I found a deal, I verified a deal, I've established its value. Now, what do I do with it? Do I assign it to somebody? Do I buy it myself? Do I fix and flip it? And then we teach them how to fund those projects if they want to start buying and building their portfolios themselves. I've seen a couple of people comment on the cost. Guys, this is free, and I'm not kidding you. We do 100% of this coaching, this teaching, and this training completely free. Well, I'll tell you up front, the what's in it for me. I want to be your buyer. So if I can teach you to find and source deals, I mean, we got students that make $10, $20, $30,000 for learning the art of finding a deal and then assigning that deal to somebody like me who wants to be the buyer. And so you ultimately can get paid to learn how to invest in real estate. I tell people all the time, you've probably heard it before, but the number one skill as a real estate investor is learning how to find the deals. If you can find the deals, the money is not going to be your problem. I will tell you this, if you found a deal and you're having a hard time getting it funded or finding the money, there's a pretty good chance that you don't have a deal. And so we're going to teach you like how to find a deal. And by the way, like, spoiler alert, the answer isn't just getting on Zillow and like throwing out offers to every deal that's on the market, right? Sure, we can find on-market deals, we can learn those things, but ultimately we're going to learn how to get to the deals that either have never made it to market or were unsuccessful on market. We're also going to talk about something that we found as a really specific strategy and creative solution that we've used to win a lot in our business. We bought over 20 deals this year, 20 real estate transactions this year using subject to creative finance and seller finance, where we're able to capture interest rates for as little as, to be honest, as little as 0%. But many of which 2, 3, 4% interest rates that we're able to capture through a process called subject to. And so a lot of people are in this phase where they're like, oh my gosh, what's going on with the interest rates? How am I going to buy a house? How could I invest? The world is crashing down. We're going to teach people how they can ultimately go and capture interest rates at 2019, 2020, 2018 rates, those 2, 3, 4% interest rates. You can capture and learn how to buy those deals and maintain those interest rates. So whether you're interested in creating a passive income, you're interested in building your long-term wealth and portfolio, you're interested in how to make some extra money on the side, this program, you're going to want to see if it's a right fit. And I will tell you this, there is a time commitment involved. And so, the program is free, but you pay with your time because we want you to ultimately be successful. And so tomorrow, once again, for those that are just joining, people are there jumping on, I want you to go into the link either in the description of this video or in my bio, in the link tree. You will find the Eventbrite where you're able to go in and register for one of tomorrow's 2 information calls. And then ultimately you will be able to learn everything you need to know to get your real estate and investment started. I see Mike is asking how much time, I'm assuming you mean how much time is required. It's about 10 hours a week of live training. So it's a time commitment. But I can tell you this, and I would just encourage you to jump on tomorrow and hear some of the stories of the students, because the reality is that this is the type of information that can change your life. And whether you choose to do this as a full-time job, or you choose to do this as a side hustle or something that you do to supplement your income, I would encourage you to get in and at least find out if it's a right fit for you, because it's completely free. And I can tell you that 4 weeks to learn the skills that we're going to teach has the unequivocally will change your financial life. And so if you're on the fence, you're thinking about it, no risk tomorrow, just get on and hear what we have to say, hear what's hear what's coming, hear what's happening, learn about the program, and then ultimately go and sign up for one of the info sessions tomorrow at 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific time. We're doing info sessions, live calls. I'm going to tell you about the entire program. And then I'm going to invite you guys to apply. Like I said before, the last time that we opened our applications for our first round, we got over 100 applications. And so we will whittle that down to probably about 20 or 25 students that we feel like are best aligned to be successful in their real estate investing journey. We create other resources. If you're not in the online groups already, like, feel free to jump in. There's other free resources available to you. But I just want to encourage you guys that this is a unique opportunity to get paid to learn how to change your financial life. Somebody asked, are you going to expand your team? Any open positions on the team? We're not currently hiring. But we're always looking for talented people to connect and to join up with what we're doing. And one of the things that's beautiful about our student ecosystem is that a lot of our students ultimately become our leaders, and we create a culture. One of our core values is that a culture of generosity always pays for itself. And so that's why we make these things free. That's why we create an ecosystem where we're bringing more value than we're asking for in return, because there's something magnetic about bringing value to another human being that ultimately attracts an ROI that, even though it's not the purpose of why we do what we do, there's something magnetic about value that returns to us. And so there will be lots of opportunities if you're in the ecosystem and you're on the team to learn, to grow, and ultimately to move your way into a leadership role or a coaching role within our community, where you can start to partner with students on your own deals. You can start to underwrite people's deals. So I would encourage you, once again, get into the environment, learn about what we're doing. It's completely free. Find out tomorrow. Get on a 9 a.m. Pacific or a 6 p.m. call and figure out if this is the right fit for you. It's gonna require some time. That's our only ask, is that you commit your time to the program. And so again, that's what this call to action is. So if you're just joining, I see people jumping in and out, especially on Instagram. I would encourage you, go click the link in my bio. Or go click the link in the description of this live video, wherever you're watching it, and register for tomorrow's information call. And you will learn everything that's involved in our 4-week intensive to teach people how to invest in real estate. And so completely free program, no hooks, no gimmicks, no nothing. At the end of the day, and people always ask us, well, why would you do this all for free? Oh, I'm unashamedly going to tell you that as soon as I teach you how to find a deal, I'm going to be able to come in and support you in those deals. So whether you want to be a wholesaler, you want a partner, you need capital, you need other types of training, like, you can get paid to just be a deal maker. I just paid somebody $12,000 for simply finding a deal and assigning it to me as the buyer. They made $12,000 with none of their own money. They didn't have to close the transaction. They didn't have to facilitate the deal. They made $12,000 completely on their own by learning the art of finding a deal. And so that's what tomorrow is all about. So I'm happy to answer any other questions, whether you're on Facebook, the YouTube, Instagram, or any of the other platforms we're doing the live stream on. This is all new to me, so I don't even really know where all of these people are at. But if you got any specific questions, I will answer them now. But if you're just jumping in, I'm going to remind you one more time: link in the bio, link in the description of the video, Eventbrite. You have to register. But tomorrow we will have our info calls, and this is your last chance to learn how you can apply to become a member of a free mentorship, where we are going to teach you everything you need to know in order to build a successful real estate investing career, life, or supplement your income. It is completely free. So if you haven't signed up for tomorrow's info call to learn how you can apply to become one of our students and learn the game of real estate, learn how to be a deal maker, learn how to provide capital, learn how to buy real estate without any of your own money. We're going to teach you all of these things for free. There's no bait and switch, but you do have to make a time commitment. And we're going to tell you tomorrow more about what that time commitment looks like. So I see people jumping in and out. I'm just going to remind you again, link in the bio, link in the description of the video, no strings attached. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., tomorrow night at 6 p.m. We are going to provide the information for you to be able to apply for the mentorship. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And this is your last chance to sign up for that. Somebody asked if we're based out of Redding. We are based out of Redding, California, the North State. It looks like Humboldt Mobile Detailing. So you might be just a little north of us. But yes, we are based here in Redding, California. But we have students now. We have 25 students active that are based all over the country, from Connecticut to Florida to Ohio to Michigan, Idaho, Nevada, Florida, Texas, Arizona. We have students all over the country. And what's been fun about this is that we've been able to partner with those students and ultimately get deals done all across the country. So it's been really, really fun. Somebody else asked, our meetups coming soon. We just had our last meetup. I think it was last month here in Redding. A lot of our students, depending upon where you are, they're hosting their own meetups on either a monthly or a quarterly basis. Yes, we are in the California area. We live in Redding, California. It's a small town, but it's small but powerful. We're doing a lot of business here, but we're also teaching people to do business outside of these areas. For the people that are local, that are interested in a meetup, we don't have any meetups scheduled right now, but what we do have at the end of the month is the Creative Wealth Boot Camp, October 27th and 28th. We're going to jump into the Creative Wealth Boot Camp, and we're going to talk about a lot of the, it's real estate going to be a big part of the conversation, but really it's going to be around the rules of money according to the rich. We're going to talk about tax strategy and preserving your wealth, and different strategies for investment, different things of that nature. I see a bunch of people commenting below that they've registered, that they're joining in the morning. I cannot wait to see you. Ultimately, I want you guys to jump in and see what we're offering. It's completely free. And I guarantee you, and you'll learn this tomorrow from our students, this is not a bait and switch. This program will be free. You will learn the most valuable skill in real estate investing, where you can make tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on a side hustle if you choose, or you can make this your career. And we've got students that are learning how to do it. Somebody asked, how do I sign up? If you're referring to the information call for the mentorship, the link is either in the description of the video or in my bio. If you're asking about the Creative Wealth Bootcamp that's happening at the end of the month, that's also linked in my bio, or you can go into the events in the Dead Presidents group, the Dead Presidents Club, to find that event. And it's a 2-day event. We're gonna be doing here in Redding, California. There's gonna be a lot of networking built out. There's gonna be a lot of practical training. So yes, if you're looking for the boot camp, pop over to the Dead Presidents Club Facebook group. If you're not already in there, it's free, just sign up. And it's in the event there. Or if you're on Instagram, or if you get on my profile, you can find the link in my bio. Somebody else asked, do you need real estate experience to make the cut? Absolutely not. That's the crazy part about this deal. I would say of our 25 students that we have currently, 2 of them are real estate agents. A couple others are in the real estate environment, like mortgage lender, mortgage brokers, mortgage people. And the rest of them are brand new with varying understandings of levels of understanding on real estate in general. I had one of my students about a month into the program get on a one-on-one with me, and he goes, "Hey man, I got to be honest with you. I need you to explain to me how equity works." And I loved it because what it showed me, and by the way, this is a guy who's about to get his first deal into contract where he'll make $10,000 for just being the deal maker. So in just a couple of months to go from, I don't know what equity is, to I'm going to make $10,000 as a deal maker. That's ultimately the fun part of what we're doing, is we're helping people grow and expand their experience for building wealth for their families. And whether you want to be a wholesaler, or you want to be a fix and flipper, or you want to buy and hold rental properties to build your own long-term wealth, there's no limitations for us. We're going to teach you the skills to do any one of those things. All of those things are just exit strategies. For us, what this is about is the number one skill in learning how to invest in real estate and how to generate wealth is by becoming a deal maker. So that's what tomorrow is going to be about, is how we're going to help people become deal makers. So no, to answer whoever's question it was, do you need real estate experience to make the cut? Absolutely not. Most of our students do not have real estate experience. What you will need is some hustle, some commitment, and the ability to carve out the time required to be successful, because there is a fairly significant time commitment, which we will go over in tomorrow's information call. So if you're just jumping in, and out, link is in the bio, links in the description of the video. Please go register to learn about the Deal Club mentorship that we're offering completely free. Last time we opened it up, there was about 100 applications. We drilled it down to 25. This time we're expecting to do something about the same. So I want you guys to be involved. I want you guys to get the opportunity, get the information, but you have to register. So as I've been sitting on here, I'm seeing the registrations come through my email. I think we've got about 100 registered for tomorrow morning. We got about 100 or a little under 100 registered for tomorrow night. You got to get in there. You got to figure out what you need to do so that you can apply to be a part of the next round. And like I said, we'll take about 100 applications, and then we'll drill that down to the top 25 students. And we don't feel bad about it, because guess what? It's completely free, right? So we want to choose the people that we feel like are going to be the most set up for success and to receive the most transformational impact and growth. That's what we're hoping to be able to provide people. So one last time for people that are jumping in, jumping out, we have a free mentorship coming up. We're going to teach people how to become deal makers. You're going to get paid to learn the game of real estate. We have our information call, one tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and one tomorrow night at 6 p.m., both Pacific Standard Time, but you have to register. So the link is in my bio in the link tree. If you're on Instagram, the link is in the description of this video if you're on any of the other platforms. So I am super excited. We will see everybody tomorrow morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It's already 9 o'clock. So in 12 hours, we will see you guys tomorrow. And I'll give you all of the information that you need to ultimately change your financial life. And I'm not telling you this from a place of hype. You're going to meet students tomorrow morning who are making tens of thousands of dollars after just a few short weeks of learning the skills of finding deals. So get on tomorrow. It's completely free. The program is free. There's no bait and switch. All you need to be prepared to do is carve out the time necessary to learn the game and then deploy the skills that you've learned into deal making, and it will change your financial life. So that's all I have for you guys tonight. The link's in the bio. If you want to register for the info meeting tomorrow morning or tomorrow night, we got 2 rounds, and then we've got the link in the description of the video. I will see you tomorrow.